It's not over yet!
Did you think it was over? Did you think it was over? Why, here is a great transition period to show you that it is not over. I gotta read this to you guys. You guys will go insane. Okay, are you ready? All right. So much. Okay, we have a very, very lengthy tweet from Doki. I'm going to read to you all because, as you can imagine, she's probably not happy about having her document leaked. Right? Right. Not leaked to the public, just leaked within Nijisanji. All right, let's give it a read, shall we? All right, this is from Doki, and this has been on X today. Are you ready? Let's go. I was ready to move on. I had made my last statement, and I hadn't looked at anything regarding my past for a full week. I didn't look at anything regarding legal documents or anything regarding my situation since I moved back to Doki. I wanted to be hopeful for the future and never interact with that side again. That's a great point. So to see it all come back and reopen a wound that I was ready to heal from and have to talk to my lawyer again on how to respond. Every time you talk to a lawyer, it also costs money, so that's not a vibe. The document mentioned was at first made to document my thoughts and history with evidence so that my lawyer can see the general picture of what was going on and if there were any issues that should be addressed. It was first made during my darkest time mentally, and I wrote everything on my mind little by little at that time. I made the document thinking that it was never going to be public to anyone but my lawyer. That is totally fair. Although it was a document filled with my personal information as well, privacy information that should not be public, there is no other addresses or specific locations mentioned. Oh! Okay, so then the other VTubers are saying, like, this is an issue of safety because it mentions where I live or something. So it's like, that's interesting. Okay. Regarding a recording, this was not intended to be anything other than a distribution test for planning of a collaborative event between two people, which happened to be left over from one test recording. I never recorded any other conversations with anyone. Girl. The recording that was never shown anywhere, even in a legal setting, and there was no other records. However, I regret it was mentioned, and I'm sorry to all parties affected for the misunderstanding on this. Okay, because Nijisanji would be like, she recorded everything without my consent, so that's interesting. Okay. I requested that. I just wanted to move on. Sometimes I didn't hear anything for days from the lawyers on the other side and felt like I'd be alone and isolated for a long time. It made it so hard for me mentally. On February 5th, my lawyer discussed it and said it would be best to show the document I wrote to the other lawyers, as we have not heard from them for a week or any negotiation talks or given a meeting to discuss after my request to part. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, usually legal matters should be addressed like immediately. They're not just like sit around on someone's desk. That's weird. It was never intended to be used for anything else. I asked my lawyer to convey that and have communicated that in the document as it was written wasn't going to be released anywhere, and my lawyer did so when sending the document. Less than 2 hours after my lawyer sent the document, the termination notice came out. What? That's what triggered the notice? Okay. I was very shocked, but thought that this was the last time I will hear or think about the document, and that this, personally, and my own opinion, was the end of the lawyers and legal involvement. Oh, you thought wrong. Okay. Lawyers take forever. All the communication was done between layers in Japanese. Things are not black and white, and everything gets complicated and muddled when lawyers are involved in a different country. Absolutely 100% correct. When things are conveyed to multiple parties through different degrees of communication, everything turns into different narratives and different translations. Oh, God, that's tough. I thought it was over, and I've accepted what happened and ready to move on. Everything I posted to the public about the situation was a response. If it was a month ago, it would have been difficult as I was angry, but I was also very alone in my head. Oh, poor lady. But it's not a month ago, and I've accepted it. I wanted to be neutral and private, but now the whole world is involved, and the public is watching every step that happens. #truth. I am not perfect, and I have faults. I had to watch my dad cry and break down in front of me for the first time in my life last night. Oh, goodness. Despite everything that has happened, please show kindness to all parties involved. There are real people behind these monitors. One of the reasons why I wanted this to be private is that the internet can be a cruel place. That's true. And I knew this would happen the moment this type of notice drops. What I didn't reveal to anyone, and only my parents and therapists knew, was that it was not one attempt, but two. Oh my God. Which happened a few weeks after the first. Oh my goodness. This is awful. My parents found me in time after searching for me for hours before anything happened. I was in a really dark place, and I do not wish this on anyone. Oh, no one should go through what I went through. I reveal this now, not for pity, but to state that no life, no matter what, should be risked for ego or winning anything. There are no winners in this. Please do not make it like high school. Treat everyone like adults and with some empathy and kindness. Oh, this is awful. For those who wish to see receipts or documents or anything else, hoping that I will reveal them, I'm sorry, but these are things that should be private and, if needed, between lawyers. Yep, absolutely, 100% correct. Revealing private documents and talking about the details within will only just make things worse and more complicated as outside parties get involved and will just hurt everyone. Yep, I agreed. No one deserves to be pushed over the edge. So many people have got hurt and involved, even if they were innocent bystanders. In the end, I will always be here to respond, and that is the only thing I will do in public. Yeah, I will always be here to respond, and that is the only thing I'll do in public. I hope this will be the last statement I have to make. Oh, my goodness. Holy moly, 4.9 million views. Goodness. That is a lot. Poor Doki. Goodness, that's got to be awful. That's got to be absolutely awful. And then just rehashing the past. That's so terrible. Oh, poor lady. I hope it seems like she's doing better, and it seems like she's on the mend, but that's scary. Oh, man. For a company to just, mess you up so terribly that you try to do an attempt not once but twice, it's so sad. Oh, that's awful. Awful corporation. Disgusting. Okay, and then here, this is a timeline that, again, has been released on, of all the places, 4chan. However, this essentially, it says the rat to end all rats submitted by Anonymous. So this is an anonymous post that is on 4chan, pretty much documenting everything that happens. So we're just going to give it a quick read. We got to see what this person is saying. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm a Giga fan for writing this, but here you go, you thirsty Fs. Okay. You can tell that this is on 4chan and not like an actual legal news place because of the language. It might get a little bit spicy. Let's try our best. The grand unifying rat. Okay. Niji launches EN branch, doesn't assign it to actual EN fluent management outside 1 to 2 people. Then what happened is lots of translations are needed, allows multilingual talents to step up and help out. This eventually leads to those talents influencing management, probably by scuffing the translations and directly suggesting stuff to management. Elira is, sorry, it's hard to read because it's just so, the text is so tiny. Elira is the one who does most of the translations, which is why she rarely streams. Elira is able to get Enna and Millie hired. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. Sometime during this, Nijisanji management is sent to help with Niji EN after a former branch got axed. Translator talents start getting more and more say in things, probably eventually going behind Niji's back to talk to Niji's proper. Okay. This leads to management having enough of this poop and leaving en masse to go shill some NFTs. This creates a vacuum that Elira and the others are able to exploit. Other translator talents let this happen because Elira has been on good terms with them so far. is it Elria? Maybe Elria becomes the de facto liaison for EN, meaning anything from sponsorship deals to work-related complaints go through her. All right, then we have, okay, wait, go through her. Okay, Enna and Millie become Elria's unofficial assistants at this point, taking on managerial duties. Creates a hostile work environment where if you don't submit to Elria's clique, your life becomes a hellhole. Yep, that sounds about right. Some people try to ignore this and just go on with their jobs like Nina, but are isolated and harassed until giving in to the pressure. Gross. Selen has a get-out-of-jail-free card at this time due to all the work she's put into the company, so it's mostly left alone and outside of the light harassment. Wow. Things like sponsorships and merchandising deals are given to people within the clique first, which makes them safe members to give deals. Oh, that sucks. This eventually leads to graduations and terminations of other members, which creates a cycle of have and have-nots. Okay, so if you guys remember, Elria is the one that had do you remember the video that had like the black thumbnail throughout the whole thing? That was her. Okay. So it's okay, this is all making sense now. This is connecting to that. Okay. All right, Palmu probably trying to keep everything from breaking at this point, which is why the company hasn't caught fire yet, attempting to keep her dream alive. Palmu's dream collab gets axed because of the effery going on with management. Decides she wants to leave. Other people catch wind of this, start to make their exit as well. With Palmu having given up, there's nothing to stop the clique from going full R word. Okay. The clique, which already has been effing with Selen pretty badly at this point, decides to take things up to an 11 because they want her gone. Oh, no. Millie, acting as a stand-in manager, tells Selen the company needs perms before she can release her song cover. Selen is not having any of that BS and ghosts her, letting the video go up. Millie rants to management from who private the video. Millie taunts Selen publicly on Twitter for not listening to her. Selen, who's already planning on graduating anyway, can't take the amount of BS and fails to solve Sudoku. I don't know what that means. Management ghost tweets her Twitter, heavily suggesting she attempted to hero. I don't know what that. Palmu is really not dealing with this right now. Demands to get let out as soon as possible, thus sudden January graduation. Others like Kyo also want off. Miss Elria's Winkle ride and try to get out as soon as they can. Oh, Wild Ride. Oh my goodness, sorry, Wild Ride. Honey glasses. Selen was prepared for this BS, had legal send over a document listing all the complaints she had with the company, along with promises of receipts, and wants to graduate immediately and receive compensation for wasted money. Yes! Lawyer tries to send the docs to Nijisanji JP. They send it to Nijisanji EN since this is their BS to deal with. Wow! Oh my goodness, that's like a deflection. Okay. Elria ends up having to translate the doc to Japanese, begins to maid off the face of the planet while reading it. Shares the info with the other livers. Everyone gets upset at Selen's claims. Wow! This is awful. Elria gets EN to send the message to JP to terminate Selen immediately for a bunch of BS reasons. JP doesn't know EN is just a puppet state at this point. Yeah, no kidding. After a quick look over, JP writes termination letter and gives EN the go-ahead. Doki, previously Selen, had planned for something like this to happen, possibly talked with previous livers, and had a legal statement ready to go. Yes! Clique was planning on everyone to poop on Doki like they did with Zion/Seiyu. People who worked with Doki in the past come in to defend her. Yes! And even turn some of the allegations around on Niji, who can't do anything because management effed up their NTA papers. Wow. Niji starts getting pooped on. Everyone loses subscribers. Stocks even take a hit. Yes! Okay, this is where we're at now. Ooh! Main branch is now staring at EN, wondering what the F happened. Have to put on a statement on their stockholders, which ends up pissing people off even more now how it's written. Riku has to get off his yacht now in order to make a public statement about this. He's He's probably pissed. This is amazing. Okay, yes. Oh, wow, I love this. Sometime during this, Elira realizes she is probably going to get in huge trouble if she stays in Canada and flees to Japan using Niji to cover her permit. Oof. Niji is now headless, needs to put out a job application looking for someone to replace Elira. Doki is winning. Elira is seething. Elira puts together some R video with other clique members in order to defame Doki, sets the video to launch at the same time as Doki's first gaming stream since her return. This was intentional. Yep. People questioning how the F talents can read a document without it being illegal. Statement is put out by EN saying it's legal. People start asking how the F that is possible. Rats begin to overlap onto the VTuber subreddit. Racking is formed. More rats begin to fit into place. The grand unifying rat is born. Whoa! Oh my gosh. So that is a very, very accurate and very detailed turn of events. Yeah, that sounds about right. It does seem like really... Okay. All right, so Niji JP screwed up by essentially, one, having the puppet state that Elira was head of, and also by deflecting the legal papers onto the EN branch, which was, wow. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it. But this timeline makes perfect sense. I wonder if they know anything else. Whoa. That is amazing. I can't believe the company even allowed that to happen. That is like, psh, psh. I mean, we don't know if this is 100% true, obviously, because it's an anonymous post on 4chan. But it sounds about correct. It sounds about right. This is wild. This is absolute mad lad. So anyways, guys, that is, so that is Doki's tweet and Anonymous's tweet of where things are right now. So, wow. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say at this point? Doki is curb stomping her foes with her success. So, good job, Doki. Keep on it. We love you. You're doing a great job. And Anonymous, thank you so much. Yeah, not all heroes wear capes. All right. That's so awesome. Oh my goodness, that's so wild. Anyways, there we go. There's some interesting news for you guys. We don't know if this is actually true, but explains why they keep making such dumb decisions. It makes sense now because if she was the translator, then she saw her own name in the document she had to translate. It's like, Elira is a bitch. What? That's me. Is this still Any Color's fault because having an active VTuber as a manager is a clear conflict of interest? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Challenger. You're correct. Nijisanji's definition of F around to find out. Niji owns the models. Anything that comes out of it, Niji owns themselves. Raw Ladino says a part of Elira being the puppet master of everything is a bit questionable. Why is it questionable? No doubt, in my opinion, that Any Color is going to be shut down. Nijisanji EN as soon as they can. Doki pooping on them. Yeah, who knows? Obviously rumors. This has been a wild ride. And thank you for following Alteria. I hope you enjoyed the channel. Please join Discord if you can. Arigatou gozaimasu. Welcome. If it's true, holy moly. This is actually not the first time we had heard of Elira having outsized influence behind the scenes. Good day. How's it going, mates? Hi, Didi. What's up? Happy Valentine's. How are you? What's up? Kenny says, welcome, Didi. Ophelia says, I heard Elira being in a stand about a year ago. Stand-in? Acting manager, I guess. Thank you for the head pat, K-san. Oh. Frostrod says, not all heroes wear cape, but not all capes wear heroes. Thank you so much for watching the video. Shout out to my patrons that help make these videos possible. If you want to help support the channel, you can always join my Patreon, subscribe to me on Twitch, or become a member on YouTube. I also have links to merch in the description below. As always, I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!